Hello. This is Travis. Just bringing a quick little video. Basically, it's 1 minute clip. I might go back and show another clip, but basically, trying to show a little bit of the metagame in Ricochet. I have people keep saying that it's just you're spawning and rushing straight at the ball, and this clip proves why that's not such a good idea. So I get that one kill. Thought he was going to score, but he didn't. So ran, got it. See him on my radar. Just throw it at the wall, so I don't have it. Clean him up. Teammate gets a kill. Put in a lot of shots. So that's 2 dead. So I know, and we killed him over here on the right side, on the rocket side of the map. So I know I got that part clear. Teammates taking one person's fire. Then do a nifty little jump to score. So even though people are just saying, oh, you just run and grab and then throw, like, there's more to that. Sure, you could, but then it'd only be 20 to 10 or to 0 instead of 50 to 0. We'd have a 1 throw lead instead of a 1 touchdown lead. Basically, as I pull up this new clip, I'm gonna keep talking. Basically, you can think of the scoring system like American football. You got 3 points for a field goal and 7 points for a touchdown. Well, 6 points for a touchdown, extra point, whatever. Let's just go 7, just to keep it simple. So one team scores 4 touchdowns. The better offensive team scores 4 touchdowns. The worst offensive team scores, let's just say in the game, scores 6 field goals. Well, 6 field goals, that's 18 points. 4 touchdowns, that's 28 points. The team that scored 28 points is going to win. And, like, you see this in football. You see that, the high-octane, high-powered offenses, like, the Saints and the Packers and people like that, generally, when those offenses are clicking, they're gonna win that game. And it doesn't really matter how many points the defense gives up, because they're such a high-powered offense that they can carry the defense. And so yeah, like you can think of it like that. Local files are temporary. Oh, and in the playlist, Ricochet on Drift is much improved. I'm just gonna cycle through this first part. I don't actually have the clip saved, so again, it's basically just an example of throwing the ball, touching it, keeping it alive, throwing it again. So, as we continue to get to where it is, it's basically right here. So I'm going to kill him, grab ball, see a guy behind me, so I'm going to throw the ball and kill him. And then I can go and grab the ball again. I mean, it's basically the same as dropping the oddball. I'm like, oh, I'm almost dead. So I'm just living. I'm waiting for my teammates to come up. I'm just gonna throw the oddball. I was talking to my teammate there, telling him, hey, I'm throwing it. Watch out. I didn't like where that placement went, but you can throw the oddball and help out your team. right here, get the guy weak. Unfortunately, I hadn't have reloaded my BR, so, he doesn't, I don't get the kill, but, in this point, they're spawning right in front of our two snipers, and so I can just lift and run it in. It's going to be a very teamwork-oriented game type. As soon as people figure out how to rotate the ball, how to probe and prod and then push, it's basically like either soccer or like maybe like an MMA when you're jabbing. Like most of those jabs, like they're not intended to hit. They're not intended to be that knockout punch. But when you find an opening, then here comes the hook, here comes the uppercut, here comes whatever, and that's when you're looking to knock out the opponent is when you find that opening. So I think that there's going to be fairly low scoring games with players trying to run it in rather than throw it in, just because of the point differential. You have to throw it in. If you run it in 4 times, that's 200 points. If you throw it in 10 times, that's 200 points. So you have to touch the oddball at least 10, or the ricochet ball or whatever, at least 10 times in order to equal the at least 4 times by the other team. So even if the only I can't speak. I'm sorry. Even if the other team only touches it 4 times, but those 4 times result in 4 touchdowns, that's, unless you're scoring touchdowns as well, that's going to be really hard to overcome. It just is. So, yeah. And then with the whole soccer analogy, that sometimes you have to throw it backwards in order to advance it even more forward. So, say on Haven, you're top mid, say you're being rushed by 3 or 4 guys their street, you can throw it back to your goal, and it doesn't count. You can throw it back to your goal, to your teammate, who then can throw it to a guy on street, who then can throw it to a guy on the other side of, like, their side of Mohawk, and since they've all rushed top mid at you, they're going to be way out of position for that, so you'll at least get a throw. You might even get a touchdown out of that. So that's just food for thought. It's I cannot wait to see Ricochet in competitive play, because I think it's just going to be absolutely sick. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough, and